I'm feeling good. Someone fetch me my haircut. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Studying abroad, abroad, abroad. Studying abroad, 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 abroad.
She beating his ass. He a real nigga though. He ain't fighting her back.
Yo!
Here's my fucking name!
You're being recorded.
I want to talk about this. You seen them swings that she was making and all of that. There's something that bothers me. He said he a real nigga though. He ain't hitting the back. He a real nigga though. He ain't hitting the back. You know? He ain't hitting the back. He a real nigga though. He ain't hitting the back.
You ain't a real nigga if you do.
I don't think you real nigga if you hit it back.
As a matter of fact, I just thought about something. This is an epiphany.
Mm-hmm.
Peace to Anton Daniels. Yo, I just thought about something. I remember in this space, there was a lot of people that was talking about that he authorizes kicking women in the titties, right? I just thought about that. A bunch of places said it, right? And I'm big on correcting stuff. I was watching that show live when that show took place. The whole conversation, people like to take things out of context. The whole conversation was, if a woman assaults you, if a woman is assaulting you, what you gonna do? You gonna let it happen, or you gonna fight back? And he just made a joke. He was like, "Shit."
Nigga wasn't joking.
Yeah,
he was not joking, bro.
He was, regardless, nigga. He was like, listen, that whole a hypothetical conversation. A hypothetical, what you do? He's like, shit, I kick her in the titties, right? Mm-hmm. So now, joking or not joking, do you think that it was him saying that, oh, I'm into kicking women in the breast?
What are you doing?
Or he was talking about the way that he would defend himself?
Yes.
There's a reason.
That's how he would defend himself. But I think there's rules to how you defend yourself against a woman. And if her name ain't if her name ain't Amanda fucking Nunez, and she ain't got a championship belt walking around, niggas rules to this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about it. So there's rules to this shit. Yes. There's rules to this shit. So there's rules to respond to how you're being assaulted. So what if the woman is a strong woman? So how about this woman right here?
She ain't Amanda Nunez. Bro.
That's not what I'm asking you. How about this woman right here?
Let's see.
Nigga, you was just watching it. So
I thought you was gonna pull up a different. I thought you was gonna pull up a different woman.
Her. No, the woman that's on the screen.
She's a sizable woman. So what?
That's not, I'm asking you if you would feel the same if it was her. It's just a yes or no, bro. Would you?
What I feel?
You use the man you use the fighter. So I'm asking you, this woman that we're using, this example.
Right. I can't care how big the woman was. If she's not a trained fighter or she doesn't have a weapon. See, when you introduce a weapon, then you remove your gender.
All right, man.
I'm no longer concerned about your gender when you escalate the violence to a level of a threat where my life is in jeopardy. But as far as a woman, if she a little stronger, guess what? You got to be a little swifter to get your ass up out of there. You probably should have seen this shit coming.
Yeah, because you know when your woman is a hothead, got violent tendencies. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying now if she got a frying pan in her hand, you know what I'm saying, and she's swinging at me full speed, then that's a different dynamic. But if this, listen, bro, I couldn't care less. She can close her fists. You don't close your fist to no woman, and you don't pick your feet up off the ground. And if you can't detain her or control her, now if you grab, some people say, "Oh, well, you can't grab them." Hey, shit, you got me fucked up. But if I need to hold your arms to your body while I move you the fuck out my way so I can get away from you, I'm gonna do that. And
Man,
if
you
I
know
gotta beat
what?
up your brother after the fact, then
You
so
know
be it.
what? Let me help you out, yo, because right now, I think you need some help up here in this piece, yo. You know what I'm saying? Cause me and Andrea ain't cutting it. So we had to put the motherfucking Nighthawks together just to make sure you start telling the motherfucking truth.
I bet you won't listen.
Peace to 100
What?
watts. What?
What that
What?
Remember,
is,
it
I go
ain't
by
no
the name of
Nighthawks if it ain't
I love
watts.
those that love me. What's happening, party people?
Big
My boy.
dog, what it do? What it do? Please, are you here to help us stop Vic from getting abused?
Okay.
I mean,
Watch, how many ass whippings have you taken?
I'm really on the side of Vic on this.
Thank
If I'm
you.
gonna keep it a whole bean, I'm on the side of Vic with this. And look, so to answer your question, Vic, only one time in my life ever have I been in a situation to where I felt like I needed to defend myself against a woman. Right? Only one time in my life have I ever felt like I needed to do that. Right? But that was pretty much like what you was talking about. Like, how can I say it? Like, I know her. I know what them hands is like. Ain't no sleeper. She could put a motherfuckers I've seen with my own eyes. She could put a motherfucker to sleep. But even still, at the end of the day, like, it was nothing but I gotta restrain you to the point to where I can make it out the house. That was the only option. Until, like Vic said, when a weapon come into play, oh no, nope. You got a weapon into play now. Now you got to take a quick nap. That's probably a little extreme, but when you bring a weapon into play, we on equal playing field right now, because to me, it's life or death now at this point.
You know, girls got them hands, right?
Hey man, drop the mic, man.
You better shut your mouth. You hear what I'm saying to you? You better shut your white mouth. You better shut your white mouth. I'm not kidding you.
I'm not kidding you. Ass nigga.
Shit. What y'all talking about? So you know what? I want to continue playing this. All right, you had
Seth,
to.
are you saying you be beating them up?
I'm sorry, say again.
Nah. Nah, it's not. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. You get what I'm saying? I know, I vet as well, and I know it's not necessary for me to do that. I know how to articulate my words in a way, if there's a situation where it would make a woman violent, if she's the kind of woman that I rock with, then potentially I might have said some slick shit that could have brought it to that point, even though it doesn't really happen. It's just.
So, quick question: do the rules change if the woman that's in question is not your woman? Like, if this is just a regular woman on the street, do the rules change?
It's a fair fucking question.
Do the rules change? Naturally, the rules would change because you love this person that you're with, and that other person is a stranger. But in certain situations, it's actually, I would say 50-50, because one side you would say, well, because I love this woman here, I'm not going to go as hard in that fight or whatever, that physical altercation. So you would think, oh, well, that means you're going to go harder against a stranger woman. Me, because I have a fear of losing my freedom.
Right.
To some degree, some random woman, I might fall back and try to abscond and escape because I don't know this lady. You know what I'm saying? I don't know this woman, and I need to get the hell on out of here. Now, if I find myself trapped, I don't take kindly to threats, and I don't like to feel trapped because I turn into a different kind of animal. So if I find myself in a position where I feel trapped, I become a different beast. because it's almost slavery, where you got
There
me
you go.
in this. You got me in this corner, and you working me up, and I can't remove myself from that place. And you got me there doing what you're doing, feeding your emotion and feeding your ego. So it's almost like I'm being enslaved. I'm being kidnapped. Technically, it's kidnapping when they don't let you go. I don't work well in those situations. If you blocking my exit, then you become an obstacle that I have to get over, get around,
And what are the rules
or
of getting around
or
getting
go
through?
through. Say it again.
Rules? What are the rules when
Nobody
somebody
writing
is
no- what
impeding
are
you?
you talking about rules? Go ahead.
Are there rules?
I don't think that there's rules, bro. I don't think that it's rules. I think it's modus operandi. Let me answer. I don't think there's rules. I think there's modus operandi. Code? No, there is no general code because you go different places. The code works a little differently. And watch this. The culture has changed. We are no longer in what's considered a patriarchal male dominant society. It's not as dominant, male dominant as it was before. Women's lib, feminism movement, all of the waves. It's empowered women in the military, Ronda Rousey's, Nunez's. We got women fighting men in the octagon, in the UFC. It's a different dynamic now. Very different dynamic now. So it's a different evolutionary type of woman. This is not the same woman as before. So they swinging them fists. Anywhere you go to any town, you can find them self-defense classes where the girls be going in there learning how to kick nuts. You know what I mean? How to use the keys and all of that stuff.
What if you get kicked in the nuts by a woman you don't know?
I don't even want to say it on the show, yo.
Watch, Chef gonna tap dance. I authorize
tap dance, nigga. I don't think you even listen to my answer. I said, yo, I said, listen, you just asked me if I get kicked in the nuts by a woman that I don't know. Look at me. What I'm saying is, what I would do, I don't want to say on the show. That's what I'm trying to. Ain't tap dancing. I'm just trying to not be graphic. You kick me. Listen. Let me tell you something. You kick me in my nuts. I got generations in these balls.
Hey, yo,
I create life, nigga.
It will be used against you with a quarter off.
For real.
So wait.
Hold on. Listen, a woman kicking anybody kicking me in my nuts is like coming to my garden and pouring fucking bleach on the soil, nigga. These things create life, generations. Procreation.
So that's a
let me
deal
finish.
breaker.
Let me finish. You can't ask me and don't let me cook, my nigga. I'm trying to clip this shit up too. Can I get my clip?
Clip balls.
So back to what I was saying. These balls create life.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the boot camp for my little soldiers. Okay. This is how I please my woman or any woman. So some woman comes and kicks me and my baby maker, my life bringer, my rod, my staff that comfort her all the days of her life. And kick me and yo, that's something different. And that pain, you understand that pain.
So a minute ago, Chef, you said what rules? The rules of engagement. The answer to that question is rules of engagement. The rules of engagement, to answer a big question, that's a complete violation. That's a complete violation. Because if I was to even reach my hand and touch, forget kicking, punching, slapping, poking, pulling, prodding, any of that. If I was to touch a particular part on your body, that's automatically assault, if not sexual assault. So for you stare at
the nipples too long, it's harassment too.
See what I'm saying? So that's a complete violation. So you're gonna have to take your L as it comes. Like you said, to not put it on wax, but that's the complete violation right there. Like
I listen.
But here's the problem. Here's my problem. But here's my problem with that situation, though. Because where's the mark, right? It's okay for her to punch me in my face, but not okay for her to kick me in my nuts. It's okay for her to scratch my arm, but it's not okay for her to poke my eyes out. Like, where's the line? What are we doing with the line of demarcation here?
Vic is saying it's your fault because you ain't run fast enough.
What I said is I authorized one hip toss. That's it.
All right, so look, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna get through this video because there's more to see, right? This conversation, there's more to see. That's why I was asking how you feel right now. So we're gonna keep it going.
I don't give a fuck.
Hey, you a real nigga though? You ain't hitting her back though.
I don't care. What the fuck? Yeah.
Hey, nah, bro. Hey, bro, I'm recording her for you though. You heard me? Cause if anything happen, you ain't here.
What are you doing? On my birthday, bro?
Those was punches. Those was full-fledged punches. He was restraining her. That was a full force headbutt she threw at him.
Ooh.
She got thickness in those legs. And if anybody knows about boxing and throwing punches, a lot of power in your punch comes from your legs, your anchor. All right. So let's keep. You still in the same pocket, Vic?
Yep.
All right. So let me just. Oh, you don't know where they at. You see what it says up there? They on a cruise in the middle of the ocean. So he can't jump in the fucking car. He can't jump in the car and go nowhere.
That's for his birthday, for the record, just to apply context.
Chill, son, they ain't see this, son. Yo, they ain't see it, man.
No, he just said it.
He said it on my
He said my birthday. He said my birthday. That's what he
just said it.
I should put that part out. But yeah, they on a cruise in the middle of the ocean. All right. So where's the escape? Let me keep it going.
You ain't hit her back, bro. You ain't hit her back.
What are you?
Boom! Bombed them from the floor.
Chill out.
On my birthday,
Hey, shorty, chill out though.
Like, what are you
Chill out.
doing?
This is what you want to do, bro.
Hey, shorty,
What you
chill
want to
out
do?
though.
This is what you want to do.
Hey,
What
shorty,
you want to
chill
do?
out.
This is what you fuck out of here.
Hey,
This is what
get
you want
up.
to do.
Get up, bro.
Fuck.
Go ahead, get up. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
You watching, Vic? He's out.
Where you going, bro? Cause
Welcome
you ain't
to
hitting back. You a
motherfucking
real
show.
nigga, bro. Go ahead. Go
You want to get out of there? You can get out of
You
there.
doing upstairs for? So what you doing upstairs for? So what you doing upstairs for?
Stop, bro.
So what you doing
Stop.
At some
He ain't
point,
do
you
nothing
gotta
for her,
call
though.
in for
He
help
ain't
and say,
fight her,
hey,
man.
bro,
You wasn't there.
hold her.
Hold on, Vic. We couldn't hear you.
sis.
Remember, you can't hear it when it was on. Go ahead, say it again.
I'm saying like at some point you gotta if you got a crowd around you, and God forbid if there's any women around you, you gotta petition for somebody to hold her, restrain. Like, cause first of all, why you got
Come
a
on,
woman
man.
you can't
So-
restrain? Why you got a woman you can't restrain?
So what are you saying?
If you can't pick her up,
You're not
too big for
answering
you.
me. I didn't. Go ahead. Do you see the demon in her eyes, bro?
Yeah, no, I don't know about that.
Hold on a second, Vic. You see the demon in her eyes? He didn't have to ask anybody. There was security there. There was men. Do you see the guy with the walkie-talkie?
I can't
And you
tell.
saying he need to
They
ask
ain't
some
securing
women?
nothing. They ain't securing
That's not
nothing.
what I'm saying. So if security ain't securing nothing, what you expect some strangers to do, bro? You before we ask what you're doing, now you're saying that he should petition some strangers, women or men around him.
Right, because those women and men are the same ones who would persecute him if he turned around and gave her a two-piece and solved the problem.
Do they owe him anything? Okay.
So they don't owe him shit, but he has a level of due diligence that he has to say, hey, I called the police before I shot this man in my fucking front yard. You have to at least do your due diligence before you escalate. So all I'm saying is that he has to make an attempt to escape.
Did you see him make an attempt? Did you see him make it?
I'm answering you. I'm still answering you right now.
I know. You say he had to make an attempt to escape. So we checked that box off twice.
No, we did not check that box off.
Nigga, you jumped on the fucking elevator.
I'm literally trying to you like debating it, and I ain't said it yet. I'm saying that he's half-heartedly attempting to leave. I've never seen a motherfucker.
You need to qualify that, bro.
Guess what?
Half-hearted?
Guess what? I'm gonna qualify it right now.
You said half-hearted. That's math.
I'm gonna put the color to the picture. I'm gonna put the color to the picture.
But it's a number you use.
I'm gonna put a color to the picture. If she reach in her purse right now and pull out a firearm that he did not know she had, do you think he would still be half-heartedly walking off talking his shit? Or would he get the fuck out of there like the shit was real?
What does that mean?
He ain't trying to leave. If you've never seen a man run from his girl, you ain't seen no man. Because if you really want to get out of there, you'll get out of there. But that's like when a nigga beat your ass and he let you up, and then you still like, shit, motherfucker. What the fuck you still talking for? Keep it moving. In a hurry. What they call that shit? What they call that in the military when they say you gotta walk like what they call it? With a sense of urgency. He has no sense of urgency in his attempt to escape his situation. That's why she can still be in his face and arm's reach.
So he wasn't running fast enough. Does it look to you like they had some drinks in them? Can you give them that? I don't. No. Okay. Now, no. Hold on a second. No. Here's what I don't want to do, bro. If we doing a reaction video, let's react to this video and not some other hypothetical shit that we could pull from the outside world to connect. Let's react to this video. Ain't no gun. They on a cruise.
That's what we're talking about. I've been on a cruise.
Hold on. There ain't no gun. They on a cruise, which means they got to go through customs. They in international waters. There ain't no guns getting up on there. So that don't exist. So let's just focus on what you see there. Does it seem like they're intoxicated or no? Yes or no?
It wouldn't matter.
Is it yes or no? Does it look like to you that
I know when motherfuckers is fighting, everybody look drunk. Everybody look intoxicated inside of a fight. So you would have to say before it happened.
You speaking in terms of the argument now. You're not speaking. I mean, come on, bro. Does it look like they buzzing at all? Does it look like to you now? You're like you can't even answer that.
I don't think they're drunk. I don't know. I don't think they intoxicated.
Nope. Don't do. It's you can clearly see from signs from her. At the very least, she is drunk as fuck.
She is. I don't think he is. I think she is.
At the very least, she is. So if she's drunk as fuck, he's at least inebriated. At the very least, for his birthday on a cruise, he's at least inebriated.
Right, like
context clues would insinuate that they are probably intoxicated, perhaps because they're on a cruise. Because it's his birthday, but not because I'm looking at her face or his face.
Yo, your ass gonna hit from right in her face.
I'm just trying to answer the question.
But with her, you can tell it. It maybe because I've been trained in it. I don't know, Vic. But with her, you can tell it in her speech. You can tell it in her posture. You can tell it in the way that she's looking at him. I can see it in the expression on her face.
What you're seeing is rage. I've seen women look just like that in the middle of a fight. I've seen women look just like that in the middle of a fight and ain't touched a fucking drink. Because once you get to swinging and the hair get to falling and shit get rubbed in the eyes and all of this shit, it'll all look the same. Motherfuckers huffing and puffing and looking all around. You look inebriated. Men or women. So you can't, it would be very hard for anyone, law enforcement, security, it wouldn't matter for them to tell who was what at this point. So what alcohol got to do with a motherfucker's
ability to run or with their ability to run? What does alcohol have to do with somebody's ability to run and their motor function and their motor functions that allow them to run and their coordination that allow them to run fast? You asking what does alcohol have to do with those things?
Vic, let me ask you a real quick, Vic. Let me ask you a question. Whenever you decide to indulge in alcohol, are you more of a dark or a light drinker?
I don't fuck with that white. White make you fight.
Okay, white make you fight. You know what? I don't even gotta ask you nothing else. You just answer my fucking question for me. White make you fight. There's no telling what kind of liquor she had, how she's reacting. Like she could be tripping OD right now just because she had too many shots of Henny. Period.
Good.
Period.
Could. I'm saying you saying she could. You could be a lot of shit. When the cops pull you over, you could be swerving because you sleepy, or you could be swerving because you drunk. But they can't tell till they give you the goddamn test. So I'm saying us making an assumption about her level of intoxication. She could have just seen him or caught him with another fucking woman, and she just completely outraged and incensed. And it wouldn't matter because it would all look the same. A homogenous mix.
All right. So the yes or no
I'd rather her be drunk than raged. That to be acting like that, I would rather her be drunk than raged out to be acting like that. Not saying either one is okay, but you're gonna act like that just because you mad. That don't make sense.
It could be a combination. I don't understand what that got to do.
Okay, so let me ask. So then let me ask 100 watts then, because I didn't get an answer. Let me ask 100 watts. 100 watts. Now, because remember, we're stopping through it to see if you feel the same way as we go through. Now seeing the level of strength, the level of power, her level of resourcefulness in terms of knowing what punch to throw and how. She knew when to throw the haymaker when she, you know what I mean? She gave him that hook, that first hook. She knew what to throw. She knew when he had both of her hands. What woman does this? He had both of her hands restrained. And she jumped up and hit him with a headbutt. He had her down on the floor and he was on top of her. And she was able to throw a swift, straight right to his face while he had her restrained on the floor. I think her level of fighting prowess is higher than just any average chick. So my question to you is, so far, do you think that from what you saw in the beginning, 100 watts, to where we are now in this video, do you believe that you would still maintain your square and do the same thing, or would you somehow fight back at this point, knowing everything you know?
Leading.
So to answer, no, he not leading because I got you. So you said to respond to this video, this situation in particular. People are standing around watching and a cell phone comes out for you to now decide to hit her with an uppercut. If you felt like from the beginning you were going to try and separate yourself, that is your only option. You can't escalate now because other motherfuckers showed up. You don't start a fight because security in between the two of y'all now. Like, that's goofy as fuck.
Nah, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, what I was asking you is this. The first question I asked is because we started the conversation talking about hitting a woman back. Mm-hmm. And y'all was a no on it. Mm-hmm. So what I did was play the tape and ask you and stopped at one point and said, is it still a no? So I'm just checking to see if it's still a no before I continue through the video. You see what I'm saying? I just want to see I'm checking your temperature right now. I'm not talking about what he should do now. I'm asking you, do you still think when you see what's going on at this point in the video? Because I'm going to play it again. I'm going to play the video and then I'm going to stop it at another point. So I'm just asking to see, I'm checking your temperature right now.
Yeah. At this point, he should not put his hands on her. And anything that he's done to this point is his line of demarcation. That is his line of demarcation because to this point in the video, she has not raised the threat level. She hasn't pulled a weapon out. She hasn't hit him. I mean, she done threw a couple of punches, but she hasn't done anything to raise the threat level that it's been at this point. His response to her little jabs has been to restrain her. So he has to maintain that same energy. That's my answer.
All right. You see, Quantum dropped something. She said it was better for him to have not hit her too soon because then she could spin the story.
Yep.
Because and that's the point. And I'm glad she said it because I was going to push back on that. Mm-hmm. In actuality, I totally disagree with what you said, 100 Watts, and I'll explain why. That's a cruise.
Mm-hmm.
There's as many cameras in the cruise, even more than there is in a fucking casino. There's multiple angles. The only angle y'all got was the cell phone angle. The cameras, the eyes in the sky caught all of that. Guess what? If he had duffed her up after the first hit her with a 2-piece, yeah, it could have been some trouble because he didn't try to get away.
Mm-hmm.
But after all of this, he kept taking more punches. He was a victim. He was an assault victim. He tried to restrain her. She headbutted him. He tried to restrain her. They fell to the ground. She punched him.
Mm-hmm.
Security came. He went to the elevator. So I pushed back on that. Actually, what he did allowed himself to more or less build a case if he had to knock her out.
Wait.
So you would rather him have knocking. You would rather
That's
him
not
him
what I said.
Ray Rice.
I didn't say what I would rather. So
Okay,
let's clear it up. I didn't say what I would rather.
But come on, Chef.
No.
You understand
Listen,
the
bro, I know what I'm talking about, bro. Listen, watch this. I said that I was pushing back against your theory where you said that he had to maintain the same energy, okay, because he could potentially get in trouble. Now there's people around maintain the same energy. No, what I'm stating is that at this point, if he was to throw 2 full-powered punches at her, him waiting this long actually puts him in a better place because he was taking the abuse for so long.
Chef, stop.
What you mean stop?
I'm telling you stop because you walking down the wrong road, bro. And I'm your friend, and I don't want to see you go down this way.
Listen, first of all, man.
Okay,
No. Are you protecting me? So you think I'm on internet talking about kicking women in the titties? I'm talking about facts, bro. That's why you giving the answers that you giving because you're afraid of walking down roads.
It ain't got nothing to do with no afraid. It ain't got nothing to do with no
afraid. I'm walking though. I know
it ain't got nothing to do with no afraid.
I chose the topic, bro. So I
it
know
ain't
the
got
path
nothing to
that
do
I'm
with no
walking.
afraid. You do what you want. You grown. I was just giving you a fair warning. Now, all I'm saying is that at what point, let's take it off the cruise, right? Take them off the cruise.
That's why you keep taking it off the cruise. I'm talking about this.
Allow me to finish.
It's like you creating
allow me to finish.
We working in a vacuum right now.
Allow me to finish, Chef.
Go ahead.
Can I get my clip off?
Go ahead.
Right. So all I'm saying is, if we take this situation and the environment doesn't matter, just the same people, same situation, just the environment doesn't matter, right? At what point would the United States laws, let's just go by that, because most people that we're going to be talking about are not going to be on a fucking cruise trip. So all I'm saying is that at what point in the law does the law allow a man to hit a woman? She can hit him 15 motherfucking times and so on and so forth. Now, when he lay her motherfucking ass out, let's just say just once.
You asking about law?
Do you realize that if a woman
slaps a man, he can knock her out?
I'm setting the scene. This is a question. This is not a statement or an answer. At what point, if he knocks her ass out with one good hit, does he stand any better chance in a court of law than if he hit her at the beginning?
So, okay, let me help you out, bro. You are a lot. Do you know? So now I'm sorry, yo, that you even brought that up, right? You brought up law. Mm-hmm. You brought up law. The law doesn't say shit about the sex. The law don't say shit about the sex. You're allowed to defend yourself. Yep. It don't say shit, right? That's hood rules shit you talking. Mm-hmm. That bro code rules.
I just asked the question.
Right. You asked a question and you asked about law. So what I'm doing is answering your question so that you understand what you're talking about don't exist in law. There is no sexual delineation between self-defense. There is no law that states a man is not supposed to defend himself against a woman. There is no law. So when you say about law, will he be better off with one punch? There is no law. If you find the law, I'll send you the bread. There is no law that says that you can't defend yourself against a woman. That's illegal to have a law like that.
Okay, can we change one word in his question? Can we change law to precedence? Based on precedence that has been set.
He meant law, bro. He meant law.
I got you. And that's what he meant.
You know exactly what the fuck I meant.
Nigga, you said law. Would the band fare better?
I'm saying when the motherfucking police roll up, who they gonna lock up and beat up in the back of the fucking car? That law. The reality. Fuck all of this hypothetical shit. What's really going on in the streets?
But at the end of the day, she's an aggressor, not him.
I'm saying, like, when the police come and that girl got one mark on her, you know what time it is.
But nigga, it's on video. It's on video. You acting like the shit don't got a million cameras. Do you know, first of all, that's why I said let's leave the shit in a vacuum. They on a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean with cameras everywhere. You want to add this nuance and that nuance. They're on a cruise ship. He and her got to stay in the same room. He tried to get on an elevator. He can't jump in a cab. He can't call an Uber. They're on a cruise ship.
What would you do?
Watch this. Let me play the clip. And then I'm going to play. No. Remember, I set this up. I'm going to play the clip and then I'm going to break down what I would have done. Okay. Without question. Trust me. And I walk that road because I know what I say and I know what I'm playing. You get what I'm saying? I could say yes, no. I could say I believe it. I would do it. I won't do it. I don't have no problem with that because I know that where I feel, if I feel righteous about it, there's going to be somebody that don't give a fuck about what I'm saying. And it's okay. Right? It's okay. So I'll be able to speak those truths. But let's keep this rolling so that we don't keep people here for 5 hours. Hold on.
The whole time. You wasn't there. He didn't put my hands on me. You want me to take my fucking dress off? Fuck out of here.
Hey, that's shorty.
Bitch.
He ain't do nothing.
Hey, fucking nobody.
Hey, I got her on tape.
Remember that.
You ain't hear back.
You want me to get back to New York, nigga? What's up? Nigga, you not hitting nobody.
I did that.
Fuck out of here.
Hey, he ain't do nothing though. I got it all on tape. He ain't hit her back. But the minute that's smooth, but he ain't hit her back.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. No. Yo! Tom Brady! Oh, fuck you up!
Hey, get off of there, bro. Get off of there, bro.
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Go ahead.
Ma'am.
Go ahead. Please, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, then she out of control.
Go ahead, bro. Get away from her, bro.
You still in the same pocket, Vic?
Where the taser at? Where security ain't got no taser? Why they don't got no methods or no?
I don't know about that shit. I don't work for the fucking Carnival or Norwegian.
I'm just talking about what's on the video, Chef.
I know, but we talking about. I don't know about why they got this or that. Maybe they got it. Maybe they're not using it. But that's not what we talking about. We talking about him. Remember, we talking about him. Not the security. We talking about him. How you would move. So, question for you. Just to make sure. Would your movements be the same still?
Man, there is no situation that you're going to tell me or create where I'm going to put my hands on a woman outside of restraining her to remove myself, unless she elevates the situation to a seriousness of life or death by adding a weapon.
So you would
removing her gender.
Okay.
So she can swing till her arms get tired. She can't do me none.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. So let's say he was cornered with nowhere to get out. Obviously, security couldn't help him.
Yeah.
Right? And they bigger than him. So if now you cornered and she's on rage, which offers additional adrenaline. You know, adrenaline, it's a slight cousin of heroin, of morphine. That's fuel. They don't feel. They're just driven by that adrenaline. So what are you saying, that you would just go into the fetal position if you were just cornered and just keep taking it until she got tired?
Really, bro?
I'm asking you because I said if you're cornered.
What I said is that I would restrain her. And if you got a woman that you can't restrain when she get mad, then you her woman.
So that means that he's her woman because he was restraining her.
That it appears that he's her woman because she talking to him like he her woman.
She's talking to him like she's an angry chick, man.
Nah,
now
she's talking to him like, yo, I'll fuck you,
now.
pussy nigga. And when we get back to New York, that's what's up. That's not momentary. That's how she do. That's why she feel comfortable to do that in a public setting. That ain't the first
okay.
time
So then what you doing? You moving goalposts. So you're saying that, yeah, well, he fucked up early by being with that kind of person then.
Absolutely.
That's not the conversation. We didn't. This ain't called How I Met Your Mom, my nigga. This is where we at right now on the cruise ship. We're not talking about the dating and the vetting. You see what I'm saying? We ain't talking about the dating and the vetting. Man.
I mean, you've made it very hard, Chef. You said I can't ask for no help from the audience. I can't. It's so much shit I can't do. I can't go nowhere. I can't. All these shit is what you just say. Oh, tell me you want me to be the ass so I can go ahead and just say yeah.
I didn't say that you couldn't ask for help, but what I'm saying is, do you see what was going around? He didn't have to. People came to help him. So it's like asking about the help. What do you say? Help, help, help.
What I'm saying is if your woman doesn't have any fear of you, sober or drunk, you not her man.
You talking
relationship? You cannot commandeer the respect you need to keep this from happening. So he's in a lose-lose situation. If he hit her, he lose. If he don't hit her, he lose. Either way, he lose. In this situation, he's a loser all the way around. There is no win. There is no right answer.
Here's a question. What if this was the first experience like that? What if it was their first experience like that?
There's no way that's the first experience like that.
We making a lot of assumptions.
We made an assumption that she was drunk. Shit, why not?
All right, let's keep it going.
Get away from her, bro. Man, bro, get away from her, bro. Y'all gonna go to jail after that as soon as we report. Go ahead, bro.
Excuse me.
Go ahead, get away from her.
This what you want to do, though? Fucking bitch.
Man, please cool down.
Get off of me.
Please cool down.
Get the fuck off.
Bro, go down the stairs, bro. Go down the stairs. Y'all about to go to jail, bro. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Where you going? Where you going?
Please cool
Where you
down.
going?
Please cool down.
Bitch.
Hey, I got it all on tape, though. He ain't hit her back. I know that's fucked up. That's fucked up. I got you, though, bro. If you need the footage, I got you. Don't let them lock you up. She was clowning. She was clowning. I'd have put her ass asleep. Hey, she'd have been asleep.
I mean, I think he did the best he did the best he could in the situation he was in. Period.
What you think, Vic?
I think the same way he just followed her down them stairs is the same.
He didn't follow her. She followed him.
Thank you.
The security.
Are you watching? Oh no. I'm gonna run it back for you then. You know,
bro. Whoa. Time out, yo. Time out, yo. I know what I'm talking about. I was watching it right here with you.
You said that he followed her down.
Your little gun happy, yo. Pull up. What I'm saying is, when he walked downstairs, she did pursue him, and then the security got between them, and insisted that she continue down the stairs without him. She went without him. Then the guy on the camera is talking to this guy while he's looking up the stairs, and he continues to go. I would have went right back up the fucking stairs. I would have went the opposite direction she was going the entire time. I've been on cruise ships. They're big as fuck. I don't care if I had to hide, go to another motherfucker room, go in the bathroom, lock myself in the bathroom. I can't give a shit. I would have got away from her for sure. And I don't think he had enough desire to be out of that situation. Nobody locked him in that.
People
as aggressive and powerful.
So
All right.
what he got. Said it. That ain't the
Oh,
first
okay.
time
So then what you doing? You moving goalposts. So you
hit her, he lose. If he don't hit her, he lose. Either way, he lose. In this situation, he's a loser all the way around. There is no win. There is no right answer.
Here's a question. What if this was the first experience like that? What if it was their first experience like that?
There's no way that's the first experience like that.
We making a lot of assumptions.
We made an assumption that she was drunk. Shit, why not?
All right, yo. Let's keep it going.
Get away from her, bro. Man, bro, get away from her, bro. Y'all gonna go to jail after as soon as we report. Go ahead, bro.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
What you want to do, though? This what you want to do, though? Fucking bitch.
Man, please cool down.
Get off of me.
Please cool down.
Get the fuck off.
Bro, go down the stairs, bro.
Go down.
Go down the stairs. Y'all about to go to jail, bro. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Boy.
She was crying. I'd have put her ass asleep. Hey, she'd have been asleep. Lock you up. She was clowning.
Boy.
She was clowning. I'd have put her ass asleep. Hey, she'd have been asleep.
I mean, I think he did the best he did the best he could in the situation he was in. Period.
What you think, Vic?
I think the same way he just followed her down them stairs is the same.
He didn't follow her. She followed him.
Thank you.
The security. The
Are
security.
you watching? Oh no. I'm gonna run it back for you then. You know,
Bro, whoa. Time out, yo. Time out, yo. I know what I'm talking about. I was watching it right here with you.
you said that he followed her down.
Your little gun happy, yo. Pull up. What I'm saying is, when he walked downstairs, she did pursue him. And then the security got between them and insisted that she continue down the stairs without him. She went without him. Then the guy on the camera is talking to this guy while he's looking up the stairs, and he continues to go. I would have went right back up the fucking stairs. I would have went the opposite direction she was going the entire time. I've been on cruise ships. They're big as fuck. I don't care if I had to hide, go to another motherfucker room, go in the bathroom, lock myself in the bathroom. I can't give a shit. I would have got away from her for sure. And I don't think he had enough desire to be out of that situation. Nobody locked him in that room. That wasn't a cage. It wasn't no fucking octagon. He can get out. He can go away. And I think that he didn't want to be violent towards her, but he didn't want to leave the situation either.
Mm.
So
All right.
what he got.
Mm.
Andrea,
Yes.
if he would have swung on her, would he have been wrong? with everything you saw.
No. Mm-mm.
Why?
Because she was an aggressor. She kept popping him, and he was walking away and walking away and walking away. Even when they had a security, she was still being the aggressor. So if he would have popped her, no, I'll tell my son, look, don't hit no woman. I believe in that, don't hit no woman. But at the same time, I tell him to defend himself. And if she's still popping him and while he's trying to get away, you got to defend yourself. Period. And that is like my thing is he's in a no-win situation. When I say that, he's in a foreign country. He ain't in the damn America, and you don't know they fucking laws either. They might put your ass in jail. Shoot, and then she should have known better too, because if that's her man, claim when she get home and when she sober up, she gonna realize that she done stupid shit.
What's funny is in our country, self-defense against a woman is frowned upon by men. But that's in this country. You remember, other countries are more patriarchal. Other countries handle things a bit different, way differently. So if this happened in Europe, if this happened in any of those other places, they don't play that woman swinging on the man shit. And if the woman swings, equal rights get you equal lefts, But it's this code. I find ourselves, sometimes there's so many different codes that we put on ourselves that we create a language that, because there's so many special codes and nuances to the language that we ingest and that we use, we start speaking a language that not everybody speaks. And we start mixing codes. That person there, 2 grown-ass men couldn't stop her.
No.
2 grown-ass men couldn't stop her. What if that elevator closed? The elevator door closed while they was in there. You think those guys would have been able to stop her?
No. She was on one.
She was on one. So now, in that situation, what would I have done? For one, I would have tried to get away. Without question, I would have tried to get away. Getting away would have been the whole motivation. But if I recognize that I'm not able to get away, that's why I specifically use the term cornered, because you can't get away. At some point, if I'm running and they behind me, at some point I'm like, I can't fucking run no more. I'm cornered. Now I got to throw these hands. That woman was an aggressor, and she was not a tender, gentle aggressor. She headbutted him and kept going. She kept hitting him and kept going. She was able to outdo 2 security professionals and kept going. And she was on 100. So at some point, I'm speaking to me and my humanity. At some point, she would not have gotten frontal restraint, because you seen them legs. She was thick as hell. She would have not gotten frontal restraint, because remember, I protect my soldiers boot camp, and she would have kneed me in the nuts. I might have had her in a rear naked choke. I might have put her in a headlock. You understand what I'm saying? Where she couldn't swing at me from behind. The most she would have been doing is try to smack me in the head with her face. Smack me in the face with her head. But I would have went for rear naked choke. But at some point, fight or flight. At some point, fight or flight. And I think with someone as aggressive and powerful as she was, there is a difference. You saying, it's okay. It's okay if it's, what's her name? Nunez. It's all right. If she's a professional fighter, it's okay. So your code changes. The code changes because she's a professional. But because a civilian who knows how to fight, that doesn't work.
It's
That
night
was
and day
rhetorical.
difference, but that's night and day difference, and you know that.
Say it again.
It's night and day difference, and you know that.
When you're the one getting punched in the face.
Well, she at the end of the day, she was an aggressor. I mean, if he would have punched her earlier, then they'd probably say he was an aggressor. But she was an aggressor. She headbutted him. He almost dragged her to the ground. He drag her to the ground. She getting away from security. She's clearly the aggressor. The cameras is gonna show that she's clearly the aggressor, not him. She don't pull his man. She don't pull the man's shirt off.
This is what nobody has addressed yet, right?
Yes, big.
I've seen this with my own two eyes. Similar situation, no cruise ship. Man trying his damnness to restrain a woman and get her the fuck off of him. He get her down on the ground, just like dude did. Just holding her, not hitting her, just holding her. And you know what he get? Knotted up by the men standing around who don't like what it looked like. And I understand that just like certain things are triggers for women, other things are triggers for these white knights and all of these other men who feel a certain way about this code that we've adopted. Because we have mothers and sisters and so on and so forth, and we feel a certain way when we see that situation, and nobody really cares to know that she's the aggressor or not. All they know is dude put his hand on woman, equal ass beating, period.
But here's the thing that's really weird, though. What's really weird is the people that witnessed it saw everything that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Even the person that was talking that same code shit about hit a girl. What did he tell you at the end? He stopped saying that. Do you realize that he stopped saying about good you ain't hit a girl? At one point, he stopped saying it. Because at one point she passed the threshold. She passed a certain threshold where he didn't give her that grace anymore. And he even said, I would have put her to sleep. Absolutely. Right. He said, I would. Right. So according to you, whatever men was standing around there would not have lumped him up. Because the men that was standing around there were almost a victim to her, including the security.
Yes, they was.
Right. She even popped off at him.
Yeah, she did.
At the camera guy. So what I'm saying is that really, you would restrain yourself. The camera guy would have came and knotted him up while he's obviously being attacked by a strong woman. That's what I'm saying. I understand what you've seen. You've seen a lot of shit. I've seen a lot of shit as well. That's why in terms of certain situations, I like to encapsulate them in a vacuum because we can bring galaxies worth of the shit that we know. But I'm just talking about this specific situation within this dynamic. You get what I'm saying? But look, we got that part, you know. So, Vic, you would have not put hands on her and try to escape. Andrea, you know, you wouldn't be upset if your brother or a man in your life or your son had a swung in that situation if he was the dude, right?
At the end of the day, he's protecting himself, and she put him in. At the end of the day, she put him in a nowhere situation because she was an aggressive woman. She have hit him almost, I could count by 10 times already, and then the security came, and she still was being aggressive. She was moving him out the way. She was moving security out the way. So no, I would not must hit her. Shoot.